So I had this dream and I've been waiting on God to tell me when I can release, and He's giving me permission to release right now. And He's broke the dream down for me, so I'm going to release it to you. And it's going to be referring to the scripture in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 8. And it reads, "The Lord Himself goes before you, and He will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. So don't be afraid and don't be discouraged." So in the dream, it was me and these two people in this boat, and it wasn't your ordinary boat. It was to me like a bathtub with high walls, and we were in this body of water. There was a clear side, there was a dark side, and in the middle you see where it meets. We were on the dark side, close to the middle, and the boat started to sink. So we started freaking out and said we had to get to shore. So we ran off. The boat took off to shore. When we made it to shore, there was someone waiting for us. And when we got on shore, we never got out the boat. We stayed in the boat. Even though we got to safety, we still stayed in the boat. And once we calmed down, the boat started back taking off toward the water, and we started freaking out again. And we put our life in that person's hand, and we were depending on them to stop the boat. And when we did that, they stopped the boat right before it touched the water. And I woke up and I said, "God, I know that dream means something. What does it mean?" And He said, "So the water represented the dark side. Clear side is when my children, the dark side is when my children are in the world and of the world. The middle is when you're lukewarm, and the clear side is where I am." He said, and a lot of times, he said, we only come to Him when things start going wrong. He said, and then when you do come to me, you still don't fully give it to me. You will still stay in what's comfortable to you. He said, and that be the very thing that's drowning you. You see how y'all stayed in the boat? You were comfortable because you were in my presence, but then you still didn't fully give it to me because you didn't get out of your comfort zone. He said, and that was the very thing that was drowning you, and you were finna repeat the same cycle. And so I was like, okay, God, okay. He said, and being in the world and of the world you're going to drown. You're going to drown. Even being lukewarm, you're still going to drown. He said, until you fully give it to me to where I can save you and equip you for what's to come, you're going to drown. He said, and I'm a forgiving God, but you can't just keep coming to me when things are going wrong, because at some point it's going to be too late and I can't save you and you can't save you. So y'all, don't be scared to get uncomfortable. Don't be scared to give it to God. Don't be scared to change your life around. It's not, I'm telling you, changing my life around and giving it to God was the best thing I have ever done. And um, I don't have a problem with not being of the world. I don't care. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I do fall short sometimes. Sometimes I do. I backslide a little bit, but then I'm coming right back. I'm coming right back. I'm coming harder. So don't be afraid. Don't be lukewarm. God has went before you. He has went before you. He was already at the shore. He already knew what we was gonna need, what He was gonna need to do. He was prepared to do it. He just needed us to fully give it to Him so He could do it. Don't just, when you feel His presence, don't just get comfortable and feel like you can relax. You can't just relax. There's still work to be done. You still have to give it to Him. You can't try to have it control, try to have it in your hands. So y'all just have a good day. There was a word for me. Hopefully it bless somebody else. This is